drinking my coffee this morning, tending to my business like I always do, when all of a sudden my phone started ringing. Said, did you see the post? What's his name said about you? I had to think for a while, then I started to smile. You mean to tell me he's at it again? I guess some fools never learn a hot poker will burn. Yeah, he's acting like a squawking old hen. Well, one thing is true, he wouldn't know what to do if you took his computer away. So let the fun begin, let's all hit send, and he can see what we have to say. He's a keyboard cowboy, I don't think he's ever been out west. A keyboard cowboy, he shoots off his mouth from behind his desk. A keyboard cowboy, he puts it on Facebook, so it must be true. He's a mighty big man with his mouse in his hand, and he's coming after me and you. Here he comes! When you think he's all done, he'll go to bumping his gums, and it's easy for us to see. A keyboard cowboy, I don't think he's ever been out west. A keyboard cowboy, he shoots off his mouth from behind his desk. A keyboard cowboy, he puts it on Facebook, so it must be true. He's a mighty big man with his mouse in his hand, and he's coming after me and you.
Oh no, I hope he don't come riding in after me.
Well, what are you talking about?
You know, I don't want to be a notch in his handle.
He's not that kind of cowboy.
Well, what kind of cowboy is he?
Why, he's just a no-account keyboard cowboy.
I'm gonna have him detained.
How do you spell detained?
D-A-T-A-N-D, detained.
Oh, my, Richard. There she is. That's Miss Donna. Richard Lynch is on the horn with me live in Ohio. Actually on the farm on a tractor, too, I think. Welcome, buddy. Welcome aboard.
Hey, thanks for having me. What a blast.
It always is, but sir, we've talked so many different times, and today's just going to be short and quick and sweet, and all the rocking things you got going, and let's just start it off with that tune right there. Keyboard Cowboy is AM, FM charts. It hits a heart that everybody can relate to. Yeah, and then your wife Donna at the end. What kind of cowboy is that? It's you're the man.
She is, she's ecstatic that she tells everybody, hey, the first song I did that was ever on went to number one. How can I ever outdo that? She said. And I couldn't have picked a better partner on that song. My goodness, I couldn't have picked a better partner. Period. But that song just fit her to a T.
And my friend Richard Lynch, the funny thing is, you're the traditional man, which is. Love it. Everybody's got to have their little genre, and that's what you do. But you've embraced the technology with some of your songs. Cut and paste, when I talked to you last year, that's like looking at your girlfriend and putting a cut and paste and looking on Facebook, the kind of tune, And then the cowboy, the farmer, has the keyboard thought, which is just a great concept, He's not really a he's just a fake guy on the internet.
Thank you. Thank you. That's been a blast.
I just love how you bring in, you're creating, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You're not just holding down to the roots, which you are, but then you're also getting modern, should I say. I congratulate you on that. That's what I think is really cool.
Well, thank you. This goes to show you that real traditional country music can be quite relevant in today's world. Yeah. And if you've got that love and passion for that genre of music, you can write songs, and you can be quite inclusive on every day-to-day lifestyle, and still keep your roots, still keep your traditional sound alive and well. And I think that's the reason that we're kind of, gravitating and emerging out there. We've been working a whole bunch these days, keeping that sound alive, and I think people really want to hear that these days.
Yeah, it's fun, it's happy, it's hitting home. And again, Richard, you are the traditional Independent Country Hall of Fame member, but now you also have you're very modern and techie with your stuff. And that's what I really think is really cool with that, and bringing your wife in there. And, you're a farmer, but you're a modern day farmer, should I say. Hey, buddy?
Yeah, I'm with you. Thank goodness, yeah. Keeping busy, man.
That brings us to a little bit other talk, because one of the things you do is so many different foundations, there's so much help. And when I just got a hold of you, said you just got home, you had to cut some hay, you're on the tractor, you got to hit up with Tom here. And that brings us to the song I had lined up, Worth Saving. And you were just in Michigan, and you're back in Ohio, and that was a foundation, a lady you asked you to help her save a farm. Can you share that story for the audience a little bit, how that great stuff that you do with your karma?
Well, we was asked to do a show in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. It's been 3 or 4 summers back now, and I met this lady. She said, "Wow, I just love your music." And she says, I have this farm, and someone told me that you have a farm. I said, "Yes, ma'am, our farm is down in southwestern Ohio." She said, "I was raised on a farm, and I'm seeing in our area a lot of the old barns that I, for so many years, drove by and was around, and they're disappearing." She said, it hurts my heart, she said, and I'd like to start a foundation to where I can kind of make awareness that we need to save some of these old barns. And I don't know if you've ever been in one or not, but some of these barns are just absolutely beautiful. Mm-hmm. And I said, I agree with that 100%. I said, maybe we could write something and maybe create some kind of an interest where we can maybe help a farmer every year or every other year or something, and kind of bring it to fruition to help these barns and save them, because they're part of our heritage. And she said, "I'm all in." So a few months goes by, and I wrote this song called "Worth Saving." And last night we did a annual show there in Michigan, in Marshall, Michigan last night, and we raised quite a bit of money. A lot of folks there in an old barn that was absolutely phenomenal. So it just goes to show you, the music is great, but if you can take that music and help people and direct it for a cause to where it's beneficial for people, man, that's not a bad day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and, we could talk to you for an hour or so, the different things that you have, the Tattoo Foundation, you help the veterans, you have another thing that you do, you go out and perform for these guys at a camp. Is that in Michigan too, I believe?
Yeah, that's also in Michigan that we're doing next Saturday night there in the Wilwin Lodge, man. It's a Love Tattoo Foundation. It's just, we have a lot of appreciation for our men and women who serve in the country, in the military, and we'd like to do things with them, and that's coming up next Saturday night for the big show there in Custer, Michigan. So a lot of great things that we're doing these days.
Oh, that's amazing. And it's so neat to know you long enough that I can remember these things and appreciate everything and broadcast for everybody to hear all the things that you're doing besides just baling the hay, you know what I mean? You're getting job done.
I got a lot of friends out there in the world, but they don't seem to come around very often when they see that hay cut out there. I can't figure it out, man. What's going on?
I mean, think of Richard Lynch. You got this set up today. I called him a couple minutes before. I just got off the tractor. I just got home. I'm thinking they're on the way in some art. You know what I mean? You think music is, but Richard's there. He's got his boots on and he's working hard. Got to talk to Tom. And then he asked me how I am.
When the sun shines.
Yeah, when the sun shines, and asking how I am. I got a little leg issue, and he's like, "You got to be able to work." And I'm like, "You're no kidding me." The knee may be hurt, but you got to go. See, my parents come from dairy farms too, and yeah, I'm very familiar. I grew up all my teenager youth hanging with my cousins, in the city, and I got to go to the 2 weeks baling hay and all that. Not living it, but I got to play with the toys. They had go-karts and all that good stuff. So
it'd make a memorable experience for you. Will you agree with that?
Absolutely. I'll tell you what. Let's play that. What I think I love to jam the tunes. Let's do Worth Saving right now. Richard Lynch off on Mending Fences. And we'll be right back. Thank you.
Picture a place where many years have gone by. A Michigan winter and a deep blue sky. That cold north wind couldn't bring it down. Not every place was meant to be in town. This old barn is where I used to play. This old barn is where my grandpa prayed. So if you tear it down, it won't be coming back around. There's so much real country charm in this old barn. Hand-hewed beams and them old dirt floors, old leather tack hanging from a rough sawed board. And you can still read that old faded sign. Hardware flour and the 5 and dime. This old barn is where I used to play. This old barn is where my grandpa prayed. So if you tear it down, it won't be coming back around. There's so much real country charm in this old barn. These words I'm saying, then you'll know this barn's worth saving. This old barn, you know it's worth saving. This old barn. This old barn is where my grandpa prayed.
Ah, there he is, Mr. Richard Lynch Band. We're saving. And I'm looking so forward to that event that you have next Saturday. And we were just talking off air. I got a feeling I'm going to try and see if I can do my best and get on out there and, put some vets on air, have them play some of their guitar, Richard live on the Who Magoo, streaming the shows, and I think we're going to try and do that next weekend.
That would be a blast, and you'll meet some people that will touch your heart, because those kind of folks, they're there, but we asked them to be there, and they would never ask for anything. And those are the folks that if you think about it, give us the opportunities to pursue our dreams in life. Man, the military men and women, as far as I'm concerned, we can't do enough to help them.
I know, and that's a whole other topic. But in our world today, those guys should have everything. I mean, we should be helping them so much. But especially the injury, I can't imagine what they went through or what they live with now, day to day.
Yep.
The bombs going off and losing everything, and the life, and so that's another show. But all right, my friend, I'll tell you what. Let's get to cut and paste. This is the other tune. Let's just play cut and paste for everybody. And that's another. Tell us a little bit how that theme got going for that tune. That's kind of like you're at your Facebook, and everybody can kind of say, you're looking at the computer, and where is she?
Hey, cut and paste is another prime example, a modern day situation with traditional country music, just making it relevant.
That's exactly right, sir. That's kind of my theme today. That's what I was thinking of with you and I today.